Okay, hello. I'm going to go over my Oregon Trail Minecraft map that I have here and how I kind of use it in class. I'm going to do kind of just a quick overview because I don't want this video to be super long. Just kind of give you the idea of what the kids will do when they get into the map and kind of where they go. So to start with, after we've done our spreadsheet and they've created their travel list, they're going to go ahead and get into Minecraft, and this is where they're going to start at. This is the spawn point. Um, when they jump in the game, I'm going to give them 64 wooden coins, and that's what they're going to use to trade throughout the village here. And the village you can kind of see here is off kind of over here to the left. So they start, here's a little sign that tells them here's their beginning. They can come up the hill here and right click on this information block, read a little bit more about it. And when they're done, then they just go off into the city here. So they have their money. There's a lot of different things in this city here. I've got kind of a rich house here, or somebody's kind of well-to-do that the kids can explore. Also find the guy that lives there. And then what they do next is they kind of come off over here into the city, and they look for the different villagers. And we can see one of them who's right here. This is Billy the Blacksmith. And you can right-click on these guys and open up their trading. And so since he's a blacksmith, he's got lots of iron tools, so they could buy some iron tools if they have the correct amount of coins. And so you can see I have 14 wooden coins, which is enough for this axe. So if I click this axe, I get the axe and it takes my coins away. Same thing with the iron pick. I can grab that and go. So they just have to have the correct number in their inventory, and they can then grab and take those different things. So they can do a lot of exploring. Really, this town here, you can spend probably a whole class period in just this town walking around. We've got a postmaster here. You can buy some apples from him and some paper, so you get some stuff on the way. Lots of other just regular old citizens who are sitting there. Oops, get out of that. A couple of places that are kind of important to go to here. We have a bank, which I believe is over here. Yep. The bank is kind of an important one. Let's see, where's our banker? There he is. Because this is where they exchange their currency. So like I said, I gave them 64 wooden coins, so then it's up to them to then go and trade those off if they want golden coins or iron coins, because the various villagers ask for certain things. So they go to the banker kind of first. After they get to the banker, then they go back and, oops, they go back and all go to the other villagers. They can buy clothing, they can buy tools, they can buy food. They can even come over here to our stable boy, and if they are so brave, they can grab a lead. And then actually hook to an animal to take with them on their journey if they wanted to. So I'm gonna close that so the other cows don't get out. And so, like I said, so they'll have to haul this cow with them. So if they want to take a cow with them, they can. Now the whole point of this is, obviously you wanna plan for traveling a long distance. I'm gonna go ahead and let this guy go. You're free. So you want to get enough food to make it on your trip. You want to get tools to help you on your way. And then what I have is kind of like a little point system, and I have that in my lesson plan of at the end of the Oregon Trail, I calculate all of their point totals up, and I kind of turn the audio down a little bit. Sorry. And then they can have basically like a scoreboard or a leaderboard of who did the best on their Oregon Trail trip. So the town here itself has got a lot of stuff. I'm going to kind of fly up above here just so you can kind of see all of it here. But there's a church off over here in this direction. A lot of different buildings. Like I said, and this is kind of the jumping off place. We've got this really huge industrial building there, I guess. So when they're ready to go on the trip, they're going to be following my little markers that I have on here. So they're going to have these little cobblestone blocks with a torch on top. That's how they're going to get along the Oregon Trail. So I'm going to kind of follow along the Oregon Trail, and I'm going to kind of speed myself up a little bit here, so just for the sake of travel we can go a little quicker. So they follow these little torches. You can see we're kind of going through this grasslanded area here. And the terrain's kind of difficult, so if they're carrying an animal, for instance, then that's what they, it's going to be kind of tough. And then we come up to like our first landmark here, which is Chimney Rock, which is close to where I actually live. And the kids can kind of come up here to, when they get to the information blocks, check out this cool landmark. They come over here looking at Chimney Rock, read a little message about how they used landmarks on their journeys. So they can kind of spend a little time there, check that out, continue along their path. As they kind of come up and over some hills and some mountains here, pretty soon they're going to be coming up to a fort, which is Fort Laramie. And so here's a fort they can go into. They can go inside here. There's the front doors right there. Check out the different things inside. There's quite a few different little places and things that they can go visit. There's a little information block they can click on and read about. Got some soldiers up in the high parts of the fort, kind of keeping things safe. Got a little campfire here going. So take a little rest here on their journey before they continue. And then, of course, here they're going to continue on, and they're going to come up to Devil's Gate, which was an important pass. I'll slow this down so it's not so herky here. Important pass on the Oregon Trail, kind of let them cut through some of the Rocky Mountains there in the Wyoming area. So they're going to go through this little trail here, go through this little pass, I guess I should say, and then they're going to continue on their journey. So they continue. You can see the torches are here again, following along here. And I've had kids that they've done this on their own. Some of them have grouped up with like 2 or 3. It's interesting to notice like the kids that aren't as good at playing Minecraft. There's a lot of kids who are good that are, kind of be their trail guides. They're like, oh, well, just stick with me, follow me, I'll show you how to get there. And it's kind of fun to see them work together like this. So they continue going on here, and then they come up and over this hill, and here's kind of getting close to the end. So they come down this way. Here's a couple of little signs that they can read. They're at the Dalles now, and they're going to need some boats. So they come over here to the chest. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Lots of boats. Didn't mean to bust that. Anyway, so they open up the chest. They grab a boat. And then they come down here into the river. They put their boat in the water, get in the boat, and then they have to go down. And there's, of course, a log going here, blocking here, so they have to go this way. And it's kind of a treacherous thing. They've got lots of rocks they have to watch out for. And what's interesting is when you hit certain things like I just did, you hit those rocks, your boat breaks. So it's kind of an homage to the old classic Oregon Trail game where they had to go along the Dalles at the very end and try to make it, watch out for all the different rocks and treacherous things here. And here we have a little waterfall that goes down into a cave, but we want to be very careful we don't go down into. And oh, broke my boat again. So the students here, well, like I said, they'll just kind of go along lots of different rocks. Not a real easy path to go, so hopefully they can make it with about 3 or 4 boats, of course. And as they get to the end, you can see here's another little rapid area there. As they get to the end, which is coming up, here it is. I'll see all the torches. Yay, you made it to Oregon. And you come here, and then this is where you're going to click and see how many points do you have left. So they get to this spot, they wait right here, and they raise their hand. Mr. Meyer, I'm done. And I come over and I check their inventory and add up their point total. From this point, after they're finished, they've made it to Oregon. So I say, hey, go up and over the hill and start your adventure, start your new life. So they kind of come up and over, and this is where they actually get to play Minecraft, where they get to go and collect resources and collect ores and things and start creating their life. So once they get through the Oregon Trail simulation part, they basically get to start their new life in Oregon. My classes, I usually do this in about, we do it in about 3 to 4 class periods usually. That gives enough time for the kids who are really good at Minecraft to get to the end and really start creating a settlement, and the kids who are not so good to get all the way at least through the Oregon Trail. So it's kind of a happy medium. So that's kind of how I use this map. The kids really enjoy it. Like I said, they like to work in groups. Some of them just like to take off and do their own thing. but it's interesting to see the different strategies. So hope you enjoyed the little tutorial video here and get to use this in your class at some point in time.